Hey there, Grumpy Old Fart here. I'm doing an Outlaw Trails advice video. I'm titling this one, Being a Game Master. Um, I decided to do this since Outlaw Trails was going to be available to purchase soon, sometime in the next few months. Um, Before I get into this, though, if you enjoy my content, it would really help me out if you'd hit the like button, subscribe to my channel, share my content on social media, post a comment or two. Remember, I welcome your comments, even if you disagree with me. And if you enjoy a good book, check out my author page on Amazon.com. My pen name is H.L. Anderson. You can find all of my books there. Hope you get some of them you like, and hope you enjoy reading them. All right. As a game master, it is your job to create the world in which the player characters play in. Fortunately, since this is a relatively historically accurate setting, the design of the world is largely taken care of for you. What you will need to come up with are ranches, towns, mining claims, farms, and or whatever else is needed for the setting of your scenario. Be sure to determine the year that your game is going to begin in. That way the players know what equipment's available and things like that. Since I designed this game for brand new gamers, I'm going to treat the viewer of this video as though they are brand new gamers. Players and game masters with more experience should bear with me and watch the video, and please feel free to add comments and suggestions as they feel led to. Remember, it's up to the more experienced players to help out and guide those with less experience. We want more gamers, so there you go. Generally, any setting in which any altercation might occur should be mapped out with as much detail as possible. I prefer graph paper as it allows for precise standardized size ratios. I provide some basic buildings, provided some basic buildings for a fictional border town called Misery, New Mexico. It's in the book. Feel free to use them as templates or as any other way you see fit. As for the scenarios, the possibilities of adversaries for your players are endless. I put some of them in the book there. I put some sampled adversaries, both law-abiding and, I guess, outlaw. If your players want to be outlaws, your job is easy. Provide them with law-abiding citizens to rob or otherwise victimize. These citizens should be wealthy or have access to wealth or property worth stealing. Banks, stagecoaches, ranches with cattle, a mine, a gold shipment, something like that. If your players want to be lawmen or at least obey the law, then your job is a bit harder. You have to come up with a suitable criminal enterprise, bank robbery, land swindlers, cattle rustlers, claim jumpers, that kind of thing. And then create the villains to perpetrate said enterprise. Any gang is going to need a leader. Villains always have a pecking order. The leader will be the toughest and meanest and possibly the smartest. At least one of the gang needs to have the sense to plan the criminal endeavor. One major concern is play balance. You know your players and their characters, so don't make the bad guys too badass. Just make the bad guys seem like they're too badass. If you misjudge, a few bad die rolls can make, quote unquote die rolls can make make it seem like the player characters got lucky. Remember, the number one rule of being a game master is everyone, including you, is supposed to have fun. Now, when I use the quote bad die rolls, I'm not talking about cheating. I'm talking about if you overestimate your players and put too many bad guys or bad guys that are too strong, too powerful against them, that's not fair for the players. So fudging a few die rolls here and there is not that big a deal. If you put your players against bad guys who are so wimpy that there's no way they could fail, and yet the players make bad decisions or whatever. Yeah, player characters die in games. That's the way it is. Don't be afraid to kill them. Just don't do it on purpose. You know what I'm saying? I hope this helps, and I'm going to do some more Outlaw Trails advice videos for the future. If you have more questions about scenarios to run and things like that, Go check out some of my videos there on YouTube. Outlaw Trails. I'm positive I'm the only one putting out Outlaw Trails videos. So there you go. Hope this finds everybody well. You folks have a good one. And again, if you're an experienced player, put comments down there. I'm sure we'd all love to read them. You folks have a good one. God bless one and all. Clarissa Lowe, a historian from the future. Delmore Kane, a Civil War veteran turned outlaw. This oddball pairing faces a conspiracy of epic proportions spanning the centuries. If you like action and adventure westerns with a splash of science fiction and fantasy, check out my book series Drifters and their ongoing adventures.